University of Valencia Science Park is research. I was born in the Netherlands in 1972. I did my elementary school there, high school, and then I studied physics at the University of Utrecht. That's one of the historical universities in the Netherlands, and Gerard het Hoofd was teaching at the university at the time. Then I came to Valencia for my PhD, but I ended up defending my doctorate in particle physics at the University of Twente, also in the Netherlands. Well, my wife was doing a master in Bilbao back in 1996, I think it was. We liked the country. I decided to apply for PhD positions in several Spanish institutes. Juan Fuster here in Valencia answered to my application, and he said I could come. So we decided to go and try Valencia for a few years. That was 1998, and I'm still here. So apparently there are some things in Valencia that worked well for us. By now it's my second home country, and I don't think we'll ever leave again. After my university degree, I worked for a brief stint at the University of Utrecht in machine learning. That was not a hot topic at the time, but I used to work on neural networks for particle physics experiments. I did most of my PhD research in Valencia, in collaboration with Dutch universities. I did a postdoc in Pisa at INFN. I've spent shorter and longer periods at CERN, of course, as anyone in the field of particle physics will. And most recently, I spent 2022 in Geneva for the Atlas experiment. And most of the rest of the time, I've been in Valencia, first as a PhD student, later as a postdoc, and currently I am staff researcher at IFIC in Valencia. The focus of my group at IFIC is particle physics at collider experiments. We're a member of the Atlas experiment at CERN, one of the two experiments that discovered the Higgs boson back in 2012. Our group is primarily active in top physics. We measure the top quark mass. We try to study its properties and interactions with other particles. The second research line of our group is devoted to the next big facility in particle physics. We've been working on the development of a linear collider that could be the successor of the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. The European strategy is currently ongoing and will decide whether our proposal wins in the next few years. And with these two things, it's what I've been doing for most of my career, and I will probably be doing it until I retire. Particle physics research is very international, of course, so we are always working in collaboration with other European institutes and people from the rest of the world. My group is involved in several European projects. We have a project in detector R&D, so developing the sensors that will allow us to do particle physics experiments of the future. The project is called AIDA Innova, and the IFIC group has a pretty strong involvement in the development of new silicon sensors there. We also have European projects in accelerator R&D, especially projects that try to take developments for particle physics, new accelerating cavities for a new collider that we want to build, to the medical field. So there are compact accelerators in hospitals. They're based on the same technology, and there are several European projects that try to adapt what we are developing for particle physics for medical applications. Right, particle physics is organized at the European level through the European Particle Physics Lab, CERN in Geneva. All the institutes that are active in the fields channel their efforts through CERN. That's the hub that controls a lot of the detector R&D, the accelerator R&D, and of course that hosts the most important experiments at this time. The Parc Scientifique is a great place to work. For one reason is, of course, that it's in Valencia and it allows you to live in this region, but it has several other advantages. My institute, IFIC, is a mixed center of the Research Council, CSIC, and the University of Valencia. I don't have a teaching load. I can devote all my time to research, but I still have access to students because the university is really quite close and several members of our group are working at the university. So that combination makes it, I think, a very competitive center. You can do a lot of research because there are people devoted to doing that, but we have access to students. We have a very strong theory and a strong experimental group. So we cover essentially all areas of particle physics quite well. That I think makes IFIC a powerful institute in this field.